Hello guys, I'm URK18CS074. Today I'll be talking about Experiment 7 in Python Programming Lab, which is using Thinker for graphical user interface. So let's see the questions. So the first question is, write a Python program to create a GUI that calculates the area of triangle, square, and rectangle. So what I did was I created a window which asks you to divide your choice between triangle or a square or a rectangle. So once you click on a button, once you click on something, it's going to a particular command that I assigned it. So let me show you what this window actually looks like. So this is the selection window. This tells you select the geometrical shape. Once you click on triangle or square or rectangle, expected calculation windows are going to go. So I initialize three buttons basically. One is triangle, square, and rectangle. If you click on triangle, it's going to the try command. If you click on square, it's going to sq command, sq method. If you click on rectangle, it's going to go to the rectangle. I'll explain one method will be going to follow the same logic for we'll be talking about rectangle. What I did was I initialized the window inside once this method is called. So that's the reason the new window is being opened as soon as the method is called. So after the new window is created, square has one side that is needed to calculate, and the triangle needs two things. One is height and its base to calculate its area, and the rectangle needs two things, length and width. Depending on the input parameters we need, I initialize the required number of text areas and labels. So for rectangle, we need two text areas. One is for length, and one is for breadth. Same thing with the text boxes too. Once you get the text boxes, I created a button called calculate, which is the only button. Once you click this button, it's going to call the method calculate, which is here. What I'm going to do right now is once you give the values of length and breadth right there inside the console, uh, I'm going to uh, I'm going to transfer it to an to translate it into a integer variable from a string. So after I type cast it to integer, I'm going to multiply it with respect to formulas, which is the area of rectangle is length. If you go for square, it's a square with the side. If you go for triangle, it's half into base into height. So it's 0.5 into base into height. So once I calculated it, I already declared a result label. So this result label is right now it's in here. You cannot see it because its background is black. So once it gets the values and once the calculation is done, what I did was I config the result label so that once you click on the calculate, once this method gets called, the result label is going to get updated to this area of triangle is and the multiplication the result and the calculation, which for example 10 and 20 according to the formula at 200, the area of triangle is 200 square meters. That's for the first question. Question to create a customer registration form for a bank loan application and the question create a student registration form. So this is the bank loan application. So this is the basic form. So first I created a window with the respect to dimensions. I gave it a title. I choose a background color, a vibrant color to sign out the form. Then I nice labels. Yes, basic. So this is the bank application. So as you can see here, there are one, two, three, four. So these three are these two are text. label. These two are text entries. These two are text entries. These two are labels. So this is a combo selection box, and this is a list selection. This is just displayed here. You can choose anything. This is a combo box which gives you multiple options, and this is a text area box which gives a wide area to write. We were asked to create at least one combo box, one list box, one combo box, and one text area box, and at least two buttons. This here in the code first. This basic code. So you initialize name. I use the place in order to fix a particular position in the console instead of using tag or grid. So I created basically everything. So when I created in order to use combo boxes, list boxes, and in order to use combo boxes and message box, we need to import the combo box and message box linker module. Once we imported it, we can use it by using the syntax, which is combo box and the list box, basically the same thing. So here we are going to give the number of values and their indexes. So the first index is current account, since this is a bank application. The text area takes the address, and the reset button is going to delete all the personal data fields. Reset my personal info just removes your first name, last name, uh, your gender, and the address. So the next thing is I just created a submit button. So the submit button works. I gave conditions, certain conditions. Once you click on the submit button, it's going to go to the final message method, which is here. So this final method, it's going to check if the text1.get and text2.get. This text1 and text2.get are basically your first name and last name. Without your first name and last name, the form is not really complete. So it says attention, attention error, fill all mandatory fields. And if all the fields are filled with something, so then it's going to show you form for the particular account which was registered, successfully submitted, and your combo box is your gender type. It's going to print either Mr., Miss, or Mrs. Text one. It is your first name. So this is basically the program. Right. So I just submitted right now. It's I told you it's closed. I'm going to show you an error. So yeah. So this is going to be set home for current account. I chose current account. Successfully submitted by Mr. Chow. Once I click reset all my personal info, as I told you, it's going to erase everything. And as you click submit again, it's going to ask you to fill the mandatory. So basically the same logic is what I used. Just change the outlay. This is intake enrollment for an XYZ ABC, some random university. So there are just more number of labels and text fields in this. So the first thing you can notice is that I changed the account types into courses, where you can select multiple courses that are related to Bachelor of Technology. I'm going to ask you for email and 10 marks and 12 marks. So the same thing here. If you just click on submit without writing anything, it's just going to say below the mandatory fields. So same thing. Basically, rearranged everything. submit. Enrollment for John is successfully submitted. Reset my personal, solve your personal. It's basically the same thing as the function. Go back in the previous experiment. What this reset button does is all the clear methods. Once what this clear method does is every text field has every text field has a function called delete. This zero resembles the starting point, and the end resembles the end point. What I'm telling is right now to delete from the beginning to the if you give a one or two, it's going to leave one more character and delete. Instead of that, I just am telling it to delete everything. In the text area, one resembles the first line. So from the first line to the last line, it's going to delete the difference. Same thing. I name combo box of gender and branch, email text box and info box for address and reset button and the submit button used for everything. And this for the 7th experiment using GUI interface. Thank you, and I'm URK18CS074.